Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So we heard the news, you know what I'm saying? The bodyguard is back in effect. You know what I'm saying? The bodyguard is literally about to be a bodyguard. You know what I mean? Jason Peters is back on a 1-year deal. I think it was a $6 million deal with $3 million guaranteed. The plan is to move him to right guard. So when you think about our right guard, our right side of the line could be pretty dominant with this setup. It could be pretty dominant. Now, think about it like this. You got 12 Pro Bowls on that right side of the line with Jason Peters and Lane Johnson. And a power running scheme, I feel like that those boys could really do some damage running to the right side of the field. You know what I mean? And I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are primed to do a little the way we're building this roster with these wide receivers we just drafted. A lot of bubble screens are going to come into play, and Jason Peters just needs to make sure he's nimble enough to get out there and be a lead blocker on some plays like that. You know what I mean? I still believe Jason Peters got that quick first step that he could run a good 5-yard sprint to open up a hole for a running back and spring somebody for a big game. I think him next to Lane Johnson is going to be really, really, really good. Andre Dillard needs to be ready. The left side of the line looks to be a liability to me. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. You know what I mean? Andre Dillard, I don't know. What's the plan with Womack now? You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen with the left side of that line, man? The left tackle and the left guard, I don't know. They need to make sure that they're up to snuff. But hopefully this isn't the big news that everybody was ranting and raving about. If this is the big news that everybody was ranting and raving about, as Eagles fans, we got to make sure that we are doing better. You know what I mean? This is a pattern now. If nothing bigger doesn't come from this, if this was the big news and nothing bigger comes from this, then this is like they do this to us every year almost. You know what I mean? They do this to us every year. But in the eyes of Howie and Doug, Jason Peters has gave so much. He's a Hall of Famer. This could be big news. This is big news. You know what I mean? Who's to dispute this being big news or not? Jason Peters could play still. And this is a very, very, very... And you want to know why I love the contract so much that Jason Peters just signed? I love the contract because it still gives us wiggle room. There's still wiggle room there with this contract to still bring somebody in. Come on, $6 million? $6 million, $3 million guaranteed, $6 million? He got bigger offers than that, man. He came because his heart is in this for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm happy that he's here. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean that we're done for the day. This doesn't mean that all you guys' dreams, all these dream players that everybody want might not come true, but I'm happy to see we addressed the right guard position because we lost Brandon Brooks. That had to be addressed. So all these flashy new toys that everybody want, address some of your problems right now. Like I said in a couple videos ago, make sure you're doing what you got to do to keep Carson Wentz upright. Adams, the safety from the Jets, don't keep Carson Wentz upright. Yannick don't keep Carson Wentz upright. AB don't keep Carson Wentz upright. Whoever we thinking this big move is going to be for, it got to be, your first piece of business got to be to make sure you're keeping your quarterback healthy. Peters will go to war for Carson Wentz. He's went to war for Nick Foles. He's went to war for whoever the Eagles had under center. Jason Peters made sure that they were protected. You know what I mean? And the Philadelphia Eagles also, we got to keep in mind that we like to do things like we throw this out there and then we wham them later on around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. We wham them with one more. You know what I mean? Do I think it's over? It's 50-50, man. It's up from here. It's up from here. But this was a cheap move. You still got a lot of cap space left. You know what I mean? But you still got to be mindful that it would behoove the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm not a capologist, but it would behoove the Eagles to be smart enough to save some of this cap money so it could roll over and eat up some of the damage that's going on with all these cap hits we're about to take next season, man. But I think Howie Roseman is on top of that. And we just got to see how that go, man. Shout out everybody that's grabbing their merch from the merch store. I'm gonna leave the link to the description to the merch store right here. If any other news pop off today, we're gonna be talking about it. Let me know what you think in the comments with Jason Peters.